All right, thank you, Veronica. So when you hear that one Bitcoin is now worth nearly $67,000 and reaching record highs, you might be wondering, should you be taking a bite out of the Bitcoin?
I feel like it, yeah, but we still have no idea what it is, so teach us. Joining us to talk cryptocurrency in plain English is Nigel Green, the CEO of DeVere Group, a global financial management firm. Good morning, Nigel. Put your professor cap on.
Yes.
We are lay people here. We need your 1-minute elevator pitch. What is Bitcoin? What is crypto? But here's the problem. We just saw a piece where the analyst said it's essentially a lottery ticket, not backed by anything. The stage is yours, sir.
Okay, perfect. I mean, I think there's always been a system of payments. So if we go back in history, you know, if you want to go a lamb for a sheep or any direction, there's always been a system of payments. So right now we're seeing that people would like a computer to keep score. So do you want a government to keep score? That's the US dollar in your particular case when we're talking to America. Or do you want a computer to keep score? Now, we know when we're using the US dollar that the government can add more dollars. The good thing with Bitcoin is nobody can add more Bitcoins. So you've got a limited amount. It's gold-like in its properties. It's scarce. It's digital. So people feel that it's a gold alternative, and it's an alternative for them as an investment.
So interesting. That was a quick minute.
But they are adding them. You said they can't. They added from Bitcoin to Dogecoin, and now there's dozens of them.
Okay, so they can't, sorry, Bitcoin is 21 million maximum. So there's a maximum number of Bitcoins. So then there's other cryptocurrencies that you can invest in. But the advantage of Bitcoin in particular is there is a maximum amount. So it's, you know, do you trust the US government? Or would you rather trust the computer? Now, if you say the US is the best, well, imagine you're in Venezuela. Do you trust the Venezuelan government? Do you want to trust the Venezuelan dollar? Okay, if you're in Zimbabwe. So, you know, countries around the world look at it. El Salvador is one, of course, where they say, well, actually, you know, you're better off with Bitcoin because it's a computer keeping score rather than a government keeping score.
Okay, now that makes a lot of sense.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So for someone like us who's just kind of, here's the light bulb just now happening, is it too late, do you think, to invest in the crypto market? In that piece we heard ahead of your interview, you know, it was millennials were leading the charge, and I feel like I am now not a millennial because I don't know if I should invest or not.
No, sure. Yeah, me too. I'm not a millennial anymore either. Even if I look like I am, I'm not. And so no, I don't think it is. I mean, I think it's early stages. America's ahead, right? So, you know, you've got 17% of Americans, I believe, invest in cryptocurrencies, whereas the rest of the world's 2-3%. So it's very, very early days. And if everybody follows America, as they usually do, it's a long way to go. So we talk about Bitcoin in particular as being gold-like, but then there's other cryptocurrencies which really are more like a platform. So imagine that you've got Bitcoin. That's really not based on technology. It's good technology, but it's not as good as Ethereum, for example. On Ethereum, it is usable. So then we're talking different uses. And potentially there's massive uses to using technology to even digital art with NFTs, but you could digitalize anything. You could digitalize stocks and shares. You could digitalize. So if we're ending in a digital world, then you need to keep an interest in digital currencies.
Two things are clear. We still don't largely get it, and we're missing out because it's up. All cryptos are up 280% on the year. So who is leading this? Who is investing in it? Yeah. And for, again, the lay people, how should we get started in the crypto market? What's the best step to take into that market?
Do you want to stay with Bitcoin, or do you want to? Which way do you want to go? Should we stay with Bitcoin for the moment and then lead? Or
if I want in the crypto space, what's my put my foot in the pool move?
Okay. All right. So, I mean, I think understand Bitcoin, first of all. So most people come into the cryptocurrency market because they're interested in Bitcoin. So they take an interest in that. They'll listen to lots of videos. They'll make their own decision. I mean, I think for me, it was that intelligent people were invested in Bitcoin. So when I looked at it, it wasn't a taxi driver giving me a tip. No offense to the taxi drivers, but when the taxi driver gives you a tip to buy stocks and shares, well, maybe. But if you're actually seeing intelligent people in the technology industry saying this is great tech and it is actually going to be digital currencies, it's a genuine alternative to gold, a genuine alternative to leaving your money in US dollars. So right now we've got inflation. If you leave your money in the bank, you're not going to get a great return. You've got inflation, cost of goods going up. You've got Bitcoin, which is becoming more popular, and because it's scarce, therefore the price goes up, then it's increasing in value. So the early people into Bitcoin were technology people. Then you've seen other people take an interest, learn about it. Millennials, you're right, they're in tech. That's, we live our lives on a phone, and that's how they've grown up. So they trust the computer more than they trust a bank or an individual. They'd rather have a computer keep score for them. Then what we've seen, of course, is the price goes up. Then when the price goes up, you get speculators, and there's your problem. So if you see long-term value, that's good. If you realize that there's inflation, that's good. But at some stage, you just get people speculating, and then it becomes the fear of missing out. And at that stage, it's too late. I think right now we're at acceptance. We're seeing, even yesterday, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, say that he's got some cryptocurrencies. You've had the New York new mayor say that he wants his wages in cryptocurrencies. So you're seeing then lots of people around the world taking an interest and invested in it. So we're at acceptance. Next stage is euphoria, where everybody gets too excited. And then when everybody's talking about it and the taxi driver tells you, you've got to buy it, okay, that's the time to sell, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm there. And
yeah. I just need to go to Barnes & Noble and get a book, Crypto for Dummies, because that's what it is. Yeah.
Nigel, we appreciate you coming on the show and explaining this to us. Like the dummies.
Thank you.
My big takeaway from that, and I don't know about you, is that if you don't trust the government, if you trust computers, crypto's your space.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, we'll learn more.
A lot more lessons coming up here on Morning Rush.